This video is to show you how to check coolant levels on your BMW. There's actually a guide right on the expansion tank which shows you how the float inside here is supposed to be at max, and if you look in there and it's low, it'll be at min. If you have seen a low coolant warning light on your dash, then that would mean you need to add coolant. Couple things you would need to have is distilled water, gloves, an extractor just in case you pour too much inside the expansion tank, so you could take some out. And then you want the BMW coolant. Now every vehicle is different, so other vehicles may use green colored coolant or orange. BMWs use blue, and it needs to be mixed with distilled water. I have an empty container here to put the cap in, because the cap needs to be rinsed out with water. So let's get right to it and unscrew the cap. Your repair manual recommends you to inspect your cap, take a look at the O-rings and make sure everything is okay, and also you want to rinse your cap out. So I'm going to apply it inside this container with distilled water. Now looking inside the expansion tank, I'm not sure if you could really see it on camera, but you could tell that the levels are very low. So I'm going to be adding coolant in here to raise the float up, the float indicator here. So it's at the bottom where the minimum mark is, and I need it to get up to about where the top is. So I'm going to be adding coolant. Now if the float was close to the top, then all you would have to do is put distilled water in here, which is demineralized water, but it's so low that it's gonna need some coolant. Now when adding coolant, you want to make sure you do it very slowly. And you want to make sure that this is nice and tight. And there's also a message here that says until cap is clicked. And there's also a guide, an arrow here, where the arrows should coincide. And there's your click, and it matches, and you're all set. Now when you are done doing this, what you need to do is drive the vehicle for a little bit and repeat the same steps here. Check the levels, and if it needs a little bit more, you can just put some distilled water just to make sure the float levels to where it's supposed to be matches this guide here. Check to see if there's any cracks or leaks, chaffing. Just take a look at the conditions, inspect the conditions of your hoses, make sure everything is okay. And if there's really a problem, then you would need to get the whole system pressurized and checked out at your dealer or your mechanic, which has the pressurizing tool. So that's how you add coolant when your levels are low. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to let the vehicle run and check the temperature inside the hidden service menu, and see if the coolant rises to normal operating temperature, which is around 110 Celsius, and it's going to show me right in the hidden service menu. So now I'm going to be able to do that. I'm going to cut it here. Thank you for watching. Please comment, like, subscribe. More videos to come.